It's Bobby Jr. Fish fans. Let's dive into the world of Firefish Gobies.
Thanks, Bobby Jr. Let's dive in. Today we're spotlighting one of the ocean's most dazzling darting dynamos, the Firefish Goby, also known as the Nemateleotris magnifica, or if you're feeling extra scientific, the magnificent dartfish. With a name like that, you know this little fish is ready for the spotlight. Let's kick things off with care level. The Firefish Goby is one of the most beginner-friendly saltwater fish you can keep. They're hardy, peaceful, and relatively low maintenance, as far as fish go. They won't throw a tantrum if their flakes aren't artisanal, and they don't demand a private reef spa. In terms of temperament, these fish are like that chill roommate who mostly keeps to themselves but is always a pleasure to see. They're peaceful, shy, and tend to avoid conflict. That being said, don't keep multiple Firefish Gobies together unless they're a mated pair, otherwise the phrase small but feisty starts applying real quick. They can get territorial with their own kind. Now let's talk color. The Firefish Goby looks like it swam straight out of a dream. Its front half is a pale pearlescent white, fading into a rich orange-red tail, with hints of magenta and yellow. Add to that those long, elegant dorsal fins waving like flags at a parade, and you've got a fish that's basically showing off 24/7. No wonder it's often the first pick for reef tank eye candy. As for diet, these little guys are carnivores, but not in a scary shark kind of way. More like I enjoy tiny meaty snacks kind of way. They thrive on a variety of foods including finely chopped mysis shrimp, brine shrimp, copepods, and finely minced seafood. They'll also accept high-quality marine pellets and flakes, but let's be honest. Serve up some live or frozen goodies and they'll zoom out of their hiding spots like they heard the ice cream truck. Feeding them small amounts twice a day is ideal. They're not aggressive eaters, so make sure food actually gets to them and isn't intercepted by tank bullies. They're like the quiet kid at the lunch table. Don't let the other fish snatch their pudding. You can even use a turkey baster or a pipette to target feed them near their hideouts. They'll appreciate the room service. Reef compatibility? A big yes. Firefish Gobies are completely reef safe. They won't nip at corals or bother invertebrates. In fact, they'll probably hide behind your coral structures like little introverts at a party. Their small size and peaceful nature make them perfect citizens in any reef community. Let's cover their ideal water conditions. Firefish Gobies thrive in water with a pH range between 8.1 and 8.4, temperatures between 72 and 80 degrees Fahrenheit, so that's about 22 to 27 degrees Celsius, and a specific gravity of 1.020 to 1.025. So basically give them that warm tropical beach resort vibe and they'll be living their best lives. Keep your water clean and stable, and they'll reward you with low-stress, high-style living. Minimum tank size, 20 gallons. That might sound small, but these guys like having space to swim and bolt into hiding, so if you can offer more, go for it. Especially if you're adding more fish. You don't want your firefish living in a cozy condo when everyone else has a mansion. Think studio apartment with an ocean view. They belong to the Gobiidae family and typically grow to about 2.5 to 3 inches in length. Small in size, but huge in personality. And with those neon colors, they'll still be the center of attention. Some even say their look is the aquatic equivalent of a sports car in a school zone. Now let's talk Tankmates. Firefish Gobies get along well with other peaceful fish like clownfish, cardinalfish, chromis, blennies, and other non-aggressive gobies. Think of them as fans of the quiet neighborhood. They don't want loud parties, no late-night brawls, just a calm environment where everyone minds their own bubbles. Alright, so you'll definitely want to avoid housing them with aggressive or larger predatory fish like triggers groupers or large wrasses. To those fish, your firefish is less of a roommate and more of an amuse-bouche. Also, as we mentioned earlier, avoid housing them with another Firefish Goby unless it's a bonded pair. Otherwise, it's like putting 2 drama queens in one dressing room. Bad idea. Now, for some fun facts, Firefish Gobies are jumpers, like Olympic-level high jumpers. If you don't have a lid on your tank, you might walk in one day to find your Goby doing its best carpet impression. Always keep your tank covered. Seriously, a tight-fitting lid isn't optional, it's a must. They're also burrowers. These little guys love having caves or holes in rocks to retreat to. When they get spooked, and trust me, they spook pretty easily, they dart back to their hiding spot faster than you can say Nemateleotris magnifica. That's actually where the term dartfish comes from. They dart like it's their full-time job. Blink, and you'll miss it. Here's another cool trait. They often hover mid-water facing into the current. It makes them look like they're just meditating or zoning out, kind of like a Zen master in a spa. This hovering behavior adds a calm, graceful movement to your tank and is one of the reasons people totally fall in love with them. It's like having your very own aquatic lava lamp, mesmerizing and peaceful. If you treat them right, keep those water parameters stable, give them peaceful tank mates, and feed them well, they can live 3 to 5 years, sometimes even longer. That's a pretty solid commitment for a fish barely longer than your finger, and if they bond with their hiding spot, they'll use the same home base for years. Talk about brand loyalty. So, to sum it up, Firefish Gobies are vibrant, peaceful, reef-safe, easy to care for, and they bring a whole lot of color and grace to your aquarium. They're the ideal fish for beginners and seasoned aquarists alike. Just give them space, keep a lid on it, literally, and enjoy the underwater fireworks show. That wraps up our deep dive into the Firefish Goby. If you found this helpful, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more saltwater aquarium tips. And remember, don't be surprised if your firefish vanishes during a thunderstorm. It's not ghosting you, it's just being cautious. See you next time.